let's start with your co-star in this movie.
Yes.
So let me read you a list quickly. Alan Ladd, John Wayne, Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, William Holden, Anthony Quinn, Clark Gable, Peter Sellers.
So why are you reading them?
David Tennant, I'm just saying, you worked with all these great stars, all these great English language speaking stars, and yet the star you connect with the most is your co-star in this film. What was so particularly wonderful about your connection to Marcello?
You mean Marcello?
I mean Marcello.
Because first of all, Marcello was Italian, and I did my first film with him, which was a very entertaining film called Too Bad She's Bad. It was a wonderful, wonderful comedy. And it was really my first film where I had to open up and really show to the people the little things I was learning. And the first encounter with him was just fine, it was beautiful. And he had come from a very difficult play that he was going in to do in the theater. And then we started to film, and when the film came out, it was so successful that the writers started to write other things for us both, always for comedies though, in the beginning. Yes.
And was your chemistry with him good right away, or did you have to work on it?
No. I don't think you could work on chemistry. When there is, or there is. So, as soon as I saw Marcello, there is. There was, and sense of humor, he liked food, he was a very free man, he was absolutely a very sensitive, sensible person, and we really got along very well together.
So you had this very comfortable place in your career with Marcello and with the director of this film, Vittorio De Sica. Well, do you remember, did you work with De Sica?
It was not Vittorio De Sica. No. It was Alessandro Blasetti.
No, but of this film, De Sica, the American Italian style.
Ah,
Yeah, so did you work with De Sica first as an actor? Was he an actor or a director first?
No. De Sica, well, it's a long story.
They'll listen to it.
You will never be able to see the film because I have to say everything, every detail. Okay. I was in Cinecittà, and there are streets in Cinecittà, with the little benches where you can sit down. And one afternoon there was my makeup man who was there, and on his side there was a very handsome man, Vittorio De Sica. So this Vittorio De Sica said to my makeup man, chi è quella ragazza? And he said, no, she's Neapolitan, she's okay, she's a wonderful girl, she's very young, Vittorio. Very young, she's 16 years old. And then, well, he wanted to meet me. He wanted to meet me because also I was in Neapolitan, and being Neapolitan like him, he adored speaking with me. So he said that he was going to do a story about the gold of Naples, and there were 5 stories in the film, and one of them was the story of a pizzaiola, the woman who does the pizza, and the name was Sophia, and he said, why don't you come to the studio tomorrow? I would like to have a nice chat with you so I can see if it's possible for me to tell the producer to do the show. And I said, of course, yes, I was, De Sica was De Sica, you don't know, he scared everybody. And so the next day I went to the studio, and at the end of the talk that we had, he said, tomorrow you pick up a plane and you come to Naples, you are engaged. So, at my age, I knew that something beautiful is going to happen at the horizon. Yeah, very important.
And you mentioned backstage then that for 25 years, De Sica and Marcello were like, that wasn't like going to work. It was like going home. Is that a fair thing to say, that your connection to them was so strong that it didn't really feel like work?
Well, if you work with a crew like De Sica, the director, Marcello as an actor, myself as an actress, and you do story one after other stories, you work together for years and years and years. Of course, it's a wonderful family. It depends. It becomes a wonderful family, really. And in the morning, every time we came on the set, ciao, come stai? Tutto bene? Le battute, le conosci, do you know your lines? And Mastroianni never knew his lines. Never. No, I did because I was scared of them. Yeah. I did.
So, I'm curious, because when you walk in a movie, just walk.
I dance.
That's right. It's a thing. And in this movie, there's a scene where you come out of the building and you're wearing a black and white dress.
With the roses.
It's a cinematic event, and you just walk down the sidewalk.
Huh?
It's a thing. You walk in, it's just a big thing. It's like the whole point of the movie. I don't know, this is a crazy question. Do you practice walking? No one walks like Sophia Loren.
In that special film, I walked like that because there was music underneath. So I had to do a double step, and I enjoyed it very much.
I mentioned in the introduction about two women. And you said, quoting you about that movie, before I made Two Women, I was a performer. Afterwards, I was an actress. Tell me what you meant.
It's very difficult to say, well, what did I mean? I meant maybe that I had found finally, very early in my career, because when I did Two Women, I was 24 years old, and I had a daughter of 18 years old. So, it was not easy for me. It was a bet from me and from De Sica, from my husband, from everybody. But thinking about all the violence, thinking about all the terrible things that happened to us during the war, before the Allies came, I kept all that in my secret, and I will never forget the time of the war. And when De Sica told me to do this story, in a way I was very happy, because I had already had the experience of being beaten, of being violated, of being hungry, of being bad, of not living your life. At my age, I was 13 then. So all this helped me a lot in constructing, not alone, because I was so young with the Sika, and he bet really very strong on me, and we did a wonderful film together. I didn't sleep I had sleepless nights, I didn't sleep at all. But we knew that we were doing something really very beautiful, very touching, and really that people would have really loved to see. Yes.
You were nominated for a Best Actress Oscar.
Yes.
Audrey Hepburn was nominated, Geraldine Page, Piper Laurie was nominated, Natalie Wood too. Did you go to the Oscars?
No. Not because I didn't want to. Of course I wanted to. But I was nominated, and I was very happy to be nominated. And of course, every time you are nominated, you say, for me, it's enough. I am nominated 5 times, and that's fine. Then the days go by, and they start to talk about she's going to win, that's going to win, and then you start to think in your little mind and say, what about do they think also that I can win? But for me it was much more difficult because I was proposed for a film in a different language, in Italian, and they never gave an Oscar to a film that was in another language. They should have been American films. So I said, anyway, I will stay in Rome because if I win, I'm going to faint. So if I faint in my house, it's fine and nobody sees me. If I faint on the stage, then it's going to be a disaster. So I didn't go. I didn't go, and the night of the Oscar, we made arrangements with the time. It was 6 o'clock of Italian time in America. No, the show is finished. Let's go to bed. We, very sadly, of course, we tried to go to bed, and at that moment the telephone rang. Telephone rang and said, "Hello? Pronto, yeah. It's Cary Grant, you won." It was the most beautiful moment of my life. You know, to win an Oscar is something that's unbelievable. You will never forget the moment. You feel anguished because you think, hey, what am I going to do next? And what am I going to do? Let's face it, we have to find a great project, and here and there you dream. It's a beautiful moment. Yes. Marvelous.
You did an interview yesterday with your son, a long-form interview. With your son, your 2 sons, you did it with Eduardo Ponzi, your son, who is a writer and director himself. Was that a strange experience to be interviewed by your son?
No, it was fun. No. We had a wonderful time. We did question and answers.
Q&A, yeah.
2 hours. Forever. Because we had a lot to say, I had a lot to say. Something that he didn't know because he was not born yet. And so I told my life, I told everything, and we both had a wonderful time. Like I'm having with you today.
not retired at all, are you?
Must be getting You say such a thing like that. Ah, no.
You did it,
On and on forever. Oh, yeah. I'm very
You did a film, a short film with your son, The Human Voice, which we're going to premiere on TCM, I think, next month. Your husband, Carlo Ponti, one of the great producers of all time. And then, so not surprising that you have a filmmaker for a son, but was it, I guess the answer, I think the answer I know now, but was it unusual? Was it easy to be directed by your son?
You know, when you're acting, you show things inside that sometimes you want to keep it secret. And when you think that in front of you, there is your son that looks in your eyes and say, what are you doing? You had this experience. You feel a little bit discovered, but then you get accustomed because we love each other immensely. And I said, I am yours, my darling. You are my son. I made you. You understand me. Let's go and do a beautiful, beautiful story like we did.
I really feel like I should call you Miss Loren. Can I call you Sophia? Is that the... Okay. Ben. All right, now we're on a first name basis. It means the world to us and to these people that you came here. There's no one bigger than Sophia Loren, and we wanted to present you with just at least a small token.
Unfortunately, I don't see you at all.
And we have you're Sophia Loren. You don't bring Sophia Loren on stage without giving her some flowers. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making this wonderful film. It is funny, it is moving, as are you. I'm so grateful.
What film are you going to see tonight?
Marriage Italian Style.
So, Marriage Italian Style.
Sophia Loren, everybody. Stop right now.
Marriage Italian Style is a dramedy.
That's right.
Dramedy. My son said, write it down. It's a comedy, it's a drama, and it's a beautiful story of a woman who fights her life off to be able to really marry the man that she has always loved in her life. It's funny and it's very dramatic, and I hope you really enjoy every moment of it.